Barry Hearn, chairman of Matchroom Sport, who look after AJ. Barry, thanks so much for coming on this morning. Good morning.
Pleasure, my friend. Pleasure.
Morning, Barry.
What do you make of what Frank Warren was just saying there? The powers now with Tyson Fury.
Listen, you've got to say, of course, that's not 100% right. You wouldn't expect me to agree, would you? But you got to take your hat off to Tyson. I mean, the fella's he's terrific at press conferences. He's a great fighter. He's done a wonderful job of turning his life around, and I think full applause from me. But we have to deal in reality. He's not a champion. He doesn't have a belt, and that's what he needs to finish off that appeal to the general public. Because last fight, I thought personally that Tyson Fury won. It was very close, but if I had to call it, I'd have said Tyson. But he didn't. He got a draw, and you start again. He's a challenger, and he has got the backing of ESPN. They are a major company, and I don't know what the money is, but I'm sure it's a lot. But, boxing's in a fabulous place, heavyweight boxing especially, but boxing generally is in a fabulous place. One of the reasons why it's in such a fabulous place is because of Anthony Joshua. I think he's inspired the nation, he's inspired other boxers, and a bit like Tiger Woods, everyone has been brought up and everyone's benefited from it. So, we may not get the fights as quickly as we want between the really top names, because this is a business and these guys have got to look after themselves financially, because boxing is very dangerous. But those fights will come around in time, and hopefully sooner rather than later. But Tyson Fury is a big draw, no question.
Have you ever seen a comeback like that, Barry? Ever? I've never seen a knockdown and then someone jump up like that.
No. It was like watching it, Ian. It was surreal, wasn't it? Because
it was almost comical. It didn't look real, did it?
I tell you where he was really lucky. That was a first-class referee in that ring. First class.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 referees, when he hit the floor, would have just waved it off and got his gum shield out and called for medical assistance. That's the standard. He gave the fighter the chance, and Tyson was very fortunate that he had a great referee. And it was dust from the ashes, wasn't it? I mean, he was gone. So Wilder's not very good, to be honest with you, technically. He's very easy to hit, and he's very light. He's only 15.5 stone, or 15 stone and a bit. But he can bang. Tyson is the most elusive fighter. It must be a nightmare to fight. But fortunately for his opponents, he can't punch. So between the two of them, it was a good fight.
If there was nothing on this, and no reputations or anything, as a man, as I know you, because we met each other a long time ago.
I shall never forget, Ian, never
which fight would you like to see yourself?
Oh,
come on!
Listen, I like easy money. Right, you know me, Ian.
We all like easy money, but we all want Joshua Fury.
I asked you a perfectly question. Don't turn it round to money. Now, come on. Which fight would you like to see?
No, I'm being facetious. The easiest fight for Anthony Joshua is Deontay Wilder. That's a very straightforward fight. Anthony Joshua, and I know I'm biased, but look, I'm old, and when you're old, you tell the truth because you're too old to remember lies. There isn't a heavyweight up there that's even close to Anthony Joshua in any department of the game. Yeah, they've got TV deals. Don't make any difference. At the end of the day, after 22 fights, Anthony Joshua is a global superstar, and he's got 4 world title belts.
Hang on, Ollie. If that's the case, can't we get him in a ring? I know you said it will hopefully happen in time. Can we get him in a ring with Tyson Fury? That's what we want to see.
Listen, we'd love to. And, of course, I'd love to see lots of other things. I'd like to see Leighton Orient win the Champions League.
Yes, but this is not But this is not beyond the...
it doesn't make any difference. This is a multi-million-pound business. Get a life. Yeah. It'll come round when it's ready.
Okay.
At the moment, the biggest problem you've got is... Yeah. Tyson Fury's with ESPN, Anthony Joshua's with DAZN, and Deontay Wilder with Showtime. So it's more a question of the television network saying, no, this is our man. Because I tell you now, and this is gospel truth, Anthony Joshua will fight any one of them whenever you like.
So do we have to wait until all these TV deals are done? Because they'll all be like 52, won't they?
Listen, I wish my crystal ball worked, but it doesn't. I think that ESPN will make a big play now to try and get Deontay Wilder away from Showtime. I think the old pay-per-view model in America charging $90 a show is going to be outdated very quickly by these digital networks charging far, far less.
Yeah.
So I think they'll make a go. We will certainly make a go to try and get hold of Deontay Wilder as well, because we love the fight. And, Gerard Miller is an unknown quantity. But if we get through June the 1st at Madison Square Gardens, Deontay Wilder would be the perfect opponent for October for AJ. When Tyson Fury comes round, the biggest problem Tyson Fury's got is if he doesn't fight AJ and he doesn't fight Deontay Wilder, who else is left?
Who?
No one. Well, there's Dylan White supposed to be fighting Brazil as a final eliminator to fight Deontay Wilder. If you take those out of the mix, you tell me where there's a competitive fight, because I don't think ESPN have bought Tyson Fury. I understand their contract is very structured on the level of opponents. I don't believe numbers, but it's structured on the level of opponent he's fighting. There isn't a lot out there, to be perfectly honest, when you get outside the big three and Dylan White.
Do you think
Dylan deserves to be in that group as well?
I've always thought this with boxing, Barry, that there's just too much placed on a defeat. And so it's too much pressure for the top boxers to fight each other, because as soon as you've got a one in that defeat column, it seems to ruin everything.
That used to be the case. It is changing now, because boxing is on a super, super high globally. I've never seen in my lifetime so much money, fighters earning so much money, and I'm very happy for them. But it's completely skew-whiff now of everyone chasing a very limited number of top fighters. So the money's going massive. And actually, a defeat today doesn't mean as much as it used to mean 5 or 10 years ago, because of the scarcity of real entertaining characters out there. Life goes on, I mean, we've seen people like Tony Bellew get beat, come back and make millions. So there is a way round it. Dylan White got beat by Anthony Joshua. He's rebuilt his career. He's worked hard, and he's right back up there in the top heavyweights in the world. So the defeat isn't so much. But of course, when you're undefeated like Anthony Joshua, he's the only one with an unblemished record. He's the only one with 4 belts. Deontay's got the other belt. Tyson Fury's got nothing. So Tyson's a great fighter, and he's got to get a belt as well. And he's going to find that very difficult, and that's going to be negotiations, probably more led by broadcasters than promoters.
Barry, always good to talk to you. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks, Baz.
Barry Hearn there. And apologies if you had any agricultural language during that interview. You are listening to the Alan Brazil Sports Breakfast. Max Rushton, Ian Holloway.